Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to an extended edition of NoDQ&A video, the post-Royal Rumble edition of NoDQ&A video, right here on NoDQ.com, as well as the YouTube channel and NoDQ&A videos affiliate, ringsidenews.com. This is an extended edition since I got a lot of questions here about the Royal Rumble. Everyone's still talking about it. Make sure you check out my Royal Rumble review video with Jeff Meacham. But today I'm going to try to answer what other questions are out there that people want to know regarding the Royal Rumble and cover all the topics. Got the XFL shirt on today in honor of Vince McMahon since he's the most popular guy in the world right now in the world of wrestling. So let's get started with your questions here. First one today comes from Wrestling. Aaron, the Royal Rumble was infuriating. It was extremely clear to everyone that Reigns isn't over yet to be winning. So why did they continue to go down that route? Is Vince stupid or just in denial? It had to be Bryan, Ambrose, Wyatt, or Ziggler, surely. I'm guessing that WWE had a long-term plan for Roman Reigns to be the guy to win the Royal Rumble and go on to WrestleMania to win the title. I don't think WWE expected this kind of backlash. And honestly, up until the point where Daniel Bryan came back, I thought that WWE was going to be just fine with Roman Reigns winning the Royal Rumble. Once Bryan came back and he got that reaction, I felt to myself, Bryan has to be winning the Royal Rumble, because if he doesn't win, if he gets eliminated at the Rumble, the crowd's going to turn on Roman Reigns. I talked about this in previous videos, and I talked about how WWE needed to be smart with their booking if Roman Reigns was going to win the Royal Rumble. But clearly, whatever they had planned, and, WWE was definitely concerned. No doubt about it. The fact that The Rock was there, that was WWE's way to try and prevent a backlash. They were hoping that The Rock would go out there and endorse Roman Reigns and the crowd would accept Reigns. But that did not happen. And I don't think WWE expected Reigns to get booed while The Rock was holding up Reigns' hand. That's just my gut feeling on it. And I don't understand what WWE was thinking. I mean, we all knew going in that there was a decent chance, even a good chance, that the fans were going to turn on Reigns. But I think, like I said, it was their long-term plan, and I think it's stubbornness on WWE's part that they want to stick with that plan. They want to create a new mainstream star, the next John Cena, the guy to carry the company, and they're going to be hell-bent on going through with their plan up until WrestleMania and then see what happens there. And I got this question here from Eddie Luna 37. Hey Aaron, long-term fan, first-time asker, please answer in video. Do you feel that even with Triple H taking charge, do you feel that management is out of touch? As much as Daniel Bryan is over with the crowd, I think that WWE once again is trying to build up a new mainstream star, and let's face it, WWE is never going to see Daniel Bryan as that guy. No matter how over he is with fans, Vince still sees him as this 5'8" troll and a guy who is not going to have the mainstream appeal that guys like John Cena have and perhaps guys like Roman Reigns will have in the future. WWE just doesn't see Daniel Bryan as that guy. He doesn't fit the mold of what the top WWE stars should be. And I don't think that that's ever going to change. I don't even know if Triple H feels differently from Vince. Triple H probably feels the same way, that the WWE's franchise star has to be this larger-than-life character, muscular, good-looking, can do all the talk shows and all the media appearances. And they just feel that a short, bearded guy doesn't work as the face of the company. And I just feel that that's how WWE sees it. And no matter how over Daniel Bryan is, that's not going to change. They're going to be stuck in their ways. They have their vision of what the main guy should look like and how he should act. And Daniel Bryan is not that guy. And I got this question here from Dave 451985. Daniel Bryan is already a superstar. That being said, do you feel Daniel Bryan fans are ruining the chances of WWE creating new stars with the way things are going? How is WWE supposed to create new stars when anyone but Daniel Bryan is booed? Well, I think WWE should be blamed for what happened at the Royal Rumble. If they wanted Roman Reigns to win the Royal Rumble, and that was their plan, and they weren't going to change that, Daniel Bryan should not have been at the Royal Rumble. They should have held off on bringing him back until after the Royal Rumble, because Daniel Bryan coming back before the Rumble and announcing that he was going to be in the Rumble match, that got everybody's hopes up. You know, Daniel Bryan, you have that feel-good story. Daniel Bryan making the big comeback and winning the title that he never lost at WrestleMania. You know, fans wanted to see that. So by doing that and then not delivering on the Daniel Bryan win, you just got everybody frustrated. I think that prior to Bryan coming back, you know, Roman Reigns, yes, very predictable outcome for the Royal Rumble, but, you know, not just the Roman Reigns winning instead of Daniel Bryan issue, but also the promos that WWE has been scripting for Roman Reigns. That did him no favors as well. So you can't really blame Daniel Bryan. You can't blame Roman Reigns. It's really WWE's fault. They have nobody to blame but themselves. The way that they booked Roman Reigns and the way they booked Daniel Bryan coming back, building him up as this guy who's getting a second chance to main event WrestleMania, and then he doesn't win. So WWE really dropped the ball, and you know, they made the same mistake twice. They failed to learn from last year's Royal Rumble and not make that mistake again. All right, this one comes from the Naked Ninja. Hi, Aaron. Do you think that there was anyone else other than Bryan in the Royal Rumble match who could have satisfied the crowd if they had won? I think those with the best chance would have been Ambrose or Ziggler. I think that anybody winning besides Reigns would have satisfied the crowd to some degree, but I mean, they were really behind Bryan. Even though the crowd did pop for Ambrose and Ziggler, the fact is the crowd never really recovered after Daniel Bryan was eliminated. I think people had been emotionally invested into Bryan's character, and everyone wanted to see that story, even if it was a repeat of last year. Daniel Bryan coming back, winning the Rumble, and reclaiming the title he never lost. Going on to WrestleMania 31 and winning the title again. People wanted to see that story. So I think that people would have cheered if Ambrose won or Ziggler won, or even Bray Wyatt. If Bray Wyatt won the Rumble, I think it would have gotten a decent pop. I think that once Bryan was out, people just didn't want to see Ziggler win. I mean, it got to the point where they were cheering for the evil heel foreigner from Russia, Rusev. You know, it got to the point where they were cheering Rusev over Roman Reigns. So they just didn't want to see Roman Reigns win. And I think it's because the fans, not just because they wanted to see Daniel Bryan win, but also because they don't want to be told who to cheer for. And they don't want to be force-fed a guy, you know, who they feel is being given opportunities that other guys that are perhaps more talented haven't gotten. And, you know, Roman Reigns, you know, he came into WWE as part of the Shield. He has the Samoan background. You know, he has the connections, and he comes into WWE. He has the good looks, and he gets a big push. And then you have guys like Dolph Ziggler that have been busting their asses for years, never really get the opportunity that Roman Reigns is getting. And I think fans are very frustrated about that, and they made it clear at the Royal Rumble. Got this one here from Songwriter John. Hey Aaron, do you think WWE is going to once again change the main event for WrestleMania to a triple threat since Roman Reigns got the same huge chance like Batista got last year? And what are your thoughts on the Rumble match itself? Please answer in video, thanks. As far as WWE changing the WrestleMania main event, I doubt it. I don't think that they're going to do the same exact storyline twice, although it's WWE. They've done John Cena versus Randy Orton a million times, the same kind of storyline. They've done the Authority storyline in various forms over the years, repeating the same storylines. But now they're saying, oh no, we're not going to repeat the same storyline again. It's already been done. I think that there's always a chance, and if fans continue to boo Roman Reigns and cheer for Daniel Bryan, WWE might be forced to change plans. But I think they'll do something else before they put Daniel Bryan in the match. And, that leads me to another question here. But first off, before I get to that, well, actually, I will answer this question now from Dave451985. Is there any way WWE can get fans into the WrestleMania main event? I can understand Bryan not winning the Royal Rumble, but why not still go with someone the crowd is into? The match is going to possibly be WrestleMania 20 all over. I am definitely concerned about the WrestleMania 30 main event 31, because of the fact that Brock Lesnar could be leaving WWE, and with WrestleMania 20, fans knew he was leaving, and they turned on the match with Lesnar and Goldberg. So there is concern that if you have Lesnar and Reigns in there, that the crowd's just going to completely turn on it. But going back to that previous question, I wanted to tie these two questions together here. One thing WWE could do, and I think that they would do this before they would put Daniel Bryan in the main event and make another triple threat match. What they could do is, since Brock Lesnar has already been acting like a face, last week on Raw, and then the way he was portrayed at the Royal Rumble, you could have Paul Heyman turn on Brock Lesnar and join up with Roman Reigns and turn Roman Reigns heel and capitalize on the fact that Roman Reigns is getting booed and use that to make him the top monster heel, and then have Roman Reigns defeat Brock Lesnar as a heel at WrestleMania. I think it's more likely WWE does that than goes with Daniel Bryan in the main event at WrestleMania. But still, they might just go with their original plan, going back to earlier. They might just be stubborn, and they might go all the way with Roman Reigns as the new John Cena and have him beat Brock Lesnar and become the new face of the company, and see where it goes from there. But by doing that, they're definitely risking the fans not being into the WrestleMania main event, and that would be a complete disaster. All right, this one comes from Kayfabe Candy Ass. Hey Aaron, do you think canceled WWE Network hashtag will win the Slammy for top trend of the year? Seriously though, what did you think of this? I think that it depends on how fans actually proceed. If people are really going to cancel the WWE Network, it's very bad for WWE. But if it's just fans being angry and saying they're going to stop watching, but then they keep watching, then WWE will continue to do what they're doing. But really, if you want to make a change in WWE, if you're watching this and you're really frustrated with the WWE product, the best thing you can do is hit them where it hurts. Cancel the network. Don't buy the shows. Don't spend money on the product. That is the only way they will really make changes. People can say whatever they want. They can say they're never going to watch WWE again, but unless those numbers drop, they're not going to really change their ways. They're going to continue doing what they do if they know that people are just going to keep watching despite the complaining. So time will tell. It's very interesting. It's gotten a lot of publicity for WWE, not good publicity, but their attitude is any publicity is good publicity. But I'm not so sure about that. We'll see. I mean, I think there's no way we'll never know how many people actually unsubscribe to the network. But if those numbers do drop, I mean, I think we could definitely attribute it to the Rumble backlash. I would be surprised, though, if people really unsubscribe because of Roman Reigns winning the Rumble. I mean, that would surprise me. I mean, you had Match of the Year candidate at the Royal Rumble with the triple threat. So it wasn't like the Royal Rumble was a bad show, but, everyone's really pissed off about the Rumble outcome. All right, this one comes from A-Train220. Hey, Aaron, with SmackDown being live on Thursday, do you think that this is a can't-miss show? Absolutely. I mean, the Raw this week is just a recap show or whatever they're going to do. SmackDown is the big show. That is going to be what Raw was going to be until it got postponed. So I expect there to be a lot of fireworks and a lot of things going down. It does give WWE a little bit of extra time to try and figure out what their next move is and how they're going to proceed with the storylines and what's going to happen with Roman Reigns, what direction are they going to go with that character. So I think SmackDown on Thursday is going to be a huge show, and in a way, it does give WWE an opportunity also to get people watching on Thursday nights and maybe boost SmackDown's viewership. If they can produce a really memorable show, maybe they'll get more people tuning into SmackDown in the weeks to come. So, this is, WWE could take a negative and turn it into a positive and, get people interested in SmackDown by producing a really memorable show. All right, this one comes from the Heel Player. Hello, Aaron. Are you surprised that Randy Orton did not show up at all at the pay-per-view? I wonder when he'll come back at this point. I was surprised, too. I figured he would be at the Royal Rumble, but with The Rock being there and with everything else that went down, WWE still sees Randy Orton as one of their top stars, so they're not going to bring him back until they feel that they can have him return and make the biggest impact possible. And, I expect Orton to come back and cost Roman Reigns a big match. Whenever that happens, who knows? But it should be any time now. Could be on SmackDown, on live SmackDown. Have Randy Orton make his big return and attack Seth Rollins. They might hold it off till next week's Raw. Maybe they'll wait until Fastlane. I mean, Randy Orton's definitely going to be part of WrestleMania, so it's a matter of time. He will be back soon, and it's just a matter of finding the right time to bring him back and have him make the biggest impact possible. And this last one here today comes from Anthony Matsell. Hi, Aaron. Please answer in video. First time asker. Now that the title match is set, can you see Lesnar beating Reigns and then Rollins coming down and successfully cashing in Money in the Bank? Keep up the good work. I think that having Reigns lose to Lesnar would be a huge mistake. If WWE is going to go through with that match, Reigns needs to win absolutely, especially if Brock is leaving. You have to have Roman Reigns win. To me, there's no other way. If they've gone this far, Roman Reigns needs to get the rub. He needs to be able to beat the guy that ended the Undertaker streak, and you need to at least try and go through with creating this new top star. Rollins coming down and cashing in Money in the Bank, I wouldn't do that. I think it would take away from if Reigns wins, whether he wins or loses, it would take away from the title win. I know it's never been done at WrestleMania, but the goal is to create a new star, and I would not have Rollins come down and immediately cash it in. I would give Reigns some time to have a run with the title. That's just my feeling on it. All right, that'll wrap it up for this edition of NoDQ&A Video, extended edition. Thanks as always for watching. Subscribe, youtube.com/NoDQCAW. Check out the Royal Rumble review video and stay tuned to NoDQ.com. Lots of news on the site right now, and I'm sure there'll be more news to come. It's going to be a very busy news week here on NoDQ.com, so check out NoDQ for the latest, and I will see you guys next time.